love you. I feel good, you look great. I like you, I can't wait.
Hi and welcome back to the YouTube Buddy UK YouTube channel. My name's Kevin, and a quick update. A few things have happened over the last 3 days. Let's just do a quick figures for yesterday. I had to finish early, 7:30. A young girl puked up, vomited in the back of the car, so off the road at 7:30. Otherwise, it could have been a really good Friday. So I was on duty for 7 hours. I did just under 6 hours driving time and £158.27, and I had to finish at 7:30. So I reckon I could easily broken £200 and still finish before 11 o'clock last night. There was a lot of trips going out to Cardiff, always is on a Friday night, young kids going down clubbing. Obviously no nightclubs in Newport, means they all go down there, and that's £12-15 a trip. So that would have been a £200 night, were it not for that girl being sick in the back of the car. So I'm off the road now until at least 3 o'clock. It's booked in for valet at 3 o'clock. I'll then I'll send off the bills to Uber, and hopefully they'll reclaim it from the rider. It's going to be about £25 because I've just had a mini valet. It's just inside of the door, the window. I've jet washed the outside clean and a little bit on the floor. So mini valet should sort it out, get it sanitized, get it smelling fresh and clean again. But that's it. I'm going to do another video possibly tomorrow or the day after on the Uber versus Sefton case. Uber won that. They had to win it. I think I said it in my previous video where I looked at Uber v Sefton. It really did have to be an Uber win. So it does look as though all of the taxi companies and private eye companies outside of London are now going to have to charge VAT on their fares. They're doing it already inside London because it's a different law. And when Uber lost their case, the mayor told all taxi companies and all private eye companies to start charging VAT. But outside London, different law. It's the 76 Local Government Act, and they didn't. But now they do have to, by the looks of it. But the judgment didn't rule in favour of Uber in order for VAT to be charged. The judge did say this is not a tax issue, this is a contractual issue. But I'll look at the detail, or I'll pick out some of the major parts of that when I do a video purely on this Uber v Sefton. Interesting. Finally, private eye operators are going to have to professionalise. They've always been taking on advanced bookings, as many bookings as they can without knowing if they can cover it. Now they're under a legal obligation. They are the principal in the contract, and they are under a legal obligation to carry out that contract, which they've never had to do before. So that's going to be a big change for operators. But we'll take a closer look anyway. Another issue is, since the update on Thursday night, I've had big issues with navigation on the Uber app. It's been sending me down all sorts of weird and wonderful single lane roads. On one, it took me 40 minutes longer than it should have because I had to keep reversing up to let cars down because it was only passing places. And so one of us had to reverse up and down. So it just took ages. Another one took me down another single track route up to a dead end, basically. So I don't quite know what's happened to the Uber app on navigation since the update. I have a feeling it's to do with cutting their carbon emissions. I have a feeling because I used to do home deliveries for Sainsbury's, and their sat navs were set up to emit the lowest carbon emissions on the journeys, and that's it. There's real weird routes and roads which just were not suitable for the size of truck I was driving. And I think Uber, in an attempt to cut down their carbon emissions, have set their app up to go down the lowest emitting routes. and that is taking down some real dodgy roads. And if too many apps start doing this, then those single track lanes are going to get chock-a-block full of traffic. So I'm not using the Uber app anymore. I've swapped out to Google, and I put down for the quickest route, not the shortest route or the most carbon efficient route. I mean, one route took me 20 minutes longer than it should have taken. The other was 15 minutes longer than it should have taken. Apart from one, I've had 5-star ratings all through since starting with Uber. And yesterday I had a 4-star rating because of routing issues, saying I need to sort out my routing. Well, I was just following the Uber app. So they need to sort that out. I shan't use the Uber app again. I've switched over to Google. I've set up Google to show the quickest route, not the shortest or the most carbon neutral route. Passengers don't want to pay an extra £5-6 on their fare because you've taken them the scenic route and reversing up every 20 minutes to let a car go past. All of those routes which took me down single lanes, I've had increases to fare because it took longer than expected. And that's going to be passed on to the passenger, and they're not going to be happy over that. So from now on, I'm just doing the straightforward Google quickest route method. But that's a quick update. Thought I'd do a video as I've got nothing to do now until 3 o'clock, until I get the car in and serviced. Hopefully Uber will pay out for the clean up. If not, I'll let you know. If it does, I'll let you know. And the next big video is going to be on this Uber v Sefton court win for Uber. Interesting times for the operators, I think. How many will survive their liabilities, I don't know. But until next time, it looked like it was going to pick up after a couple of quiet days, but I had to call it an early night. So until next time, drive safe and keep your cars clean.